Welcome to our discussion today. We are looking at Statistics 2, Form 4 Mathematics. 50 teachers in a sub-county attended a workshop. The table below shows the distribution of the distances d in kilometers traveled by teachers from their respective schools to the training venue. We have the distance in kilometers and the number of teachers, which represents the frequency. We are required to draw on the grid provided the cumulative frequency graph to represent the information above. The first thing we do, we add another column which is for cumulative frequency. And for us to have this cumulative frequency column, we begin with the first frequency, which is 4. Then we take 4 plus the next frequency, which is 7, to give us 11. 11 plus 11, you get 22. 22 plus 14, you get 36. 36 plus 9, you get 45. And 45 plus 5, you get 50. Since we are talking about 50 teachers who are representing our question. We now have our cumulative frequency. Remember, the cumulative frequency curve is drawn using the upper class limits together with the cumulative frequency. Since we have our cumulative frequency here, we need our upper class limits. In the range 0 to 4, the upper class limit in this range will be 4.5. Then in the range between 5 to 9, we are going to have 9.5. Then here we have 14.5. Here we have 19.5. Here we have 24.5. Then lastly 29.5. But for the first class, we take the lower and the upper. So the lower between 0 and 4, we have the upper, which is 4.5. And the lower is going to be negative 0.5 respectively. From there, now we go down and plot our cumulative frequency curve. On our y-axis, we are going to have the cumulative frequency, and on our x-axis, we have the upper class limits. Remember, the cumulative frequency runs from 4 all the way to 50, and therefore we have decided to use an interval of 5, 5, 5. Then we have the upper class limits on the x-axis. Now we start plotting our cumulative frequency curve. At 4.5, the cumulative frequency is 4. That is, at 4.5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. But remember, at the lower interval of negative 0.5, it's going to be at 0. So we begin from 0. Then at 4.5, we have a cumulative frequency of 4. Then at 9.5, we have 11. 9.5, we have 11. This is 10. 11 is here. At 14.5, we have 22. 14.5, we have 22. This is 20, 21, 22 here. And at 19.5, we have 36. 19.5, we have 36. This is 30. 35, 36 is here. Then at 24.5, we have 45. 24.5, we have 45 here. And lastly, at 29.5, we have 50. 29.5, we have 50. After plotting your points, you now come and join them. using a free hand, you join all the plotted points like this, and by so doing now you have obtained your cumulative frequency curve, also known as our ogive, that is our cumulative frequency curve. Having drawn our cumulative frequency curve, we use it to answer the given questions. Remember to subscribe and also help us to share the link. Part A of the question has already been done. We go to part B. We are supposed to use our graph to estimate the median. Remember, the median divides any set of data into two, and our set contains 50 teachers, meaning the median is going to be half of 50, which gives us 25. So to get the median distance, we go to the graph and read where we have 25. So using your ruler, go to the cumulative frequency curve. So you go to the cumulative frequency curve where we have 25. 25 is here. You draw a broken line towards our curve. Then you read down here. And clearly, this is around, this is 14.5. This is 15.5. That is our median distance, which can be written as 15.5 kilometers. Next, we go to Roman 2. Roman 2 of the question. Estimate the number of teachers who traveled a distance of between 15 kilometers and 23 kilometers. So up to 23 kilometers. Let us read it from the graph. So since we are looking for the number of teachers, we are going to locate 23 along our x-axis. So if this is 19.5, we have between 19.5 and 24.5 we have 5 units, and therefore 2 smaller units will represent 1. This is 19, this is 20, 21, 22, 23. So if we come to our 23rd mark, then we draw a broken line from this point here. From there we come here and again draw another line towards our y-axis. So the number we are going to have here will be 40, 41. This is 42. So up to 23 kilometers we have 42. We proceed up to 15 kilometers. We again go to our cumulative frequency curve and locate our 15. And at 15 we are going to have, this is 14, 15. You draw a broken line again from this point. Again you join it towards the y-axis. From our graph, the distance up to 15 kilometers, we are going to have, this is 20, 21, 22. So this one is going to have 22. So for us to get the number of teachers who traveled between a distance of 15 kilometers and 23, you take 42 minus 22, giving us 20 teachers. We proceed. C. Each of the 75% of all the teachers who traveled a distance D, where D is less or equal to 10 kilometers, used a motorbike, and each was charged 50 shillings. Determine the total amount of money raised by the motorbike operators. The first thing we do, we go to our curve and identify the number who traveled a distance of of less or equal to 10 kilometers. So let us come to, this is 9.510 is here. You draw a broken line again from the x-axis to the curve, and from the curve towards the y-axis. And you can see clearly the number here is 12. So we are going to calculate 75% of 12, and this one is going to give us 9 people or 9 teachers who traveled a distance of less or equal to 10 kilometers. And remember, each was charged 50 shillings. So the total amount raised, total money raised, will be obtained by taking 9 people, you multiply by the amount raised from each individual, and this gives us Kenya shillings 450. Thank you for watching and welcome to this channel. And in case you haven't subscribed, kindly take 1 second and click the subscribe button.